Morning, Bob.
Morning, sir. Don't arm and arm, man. I said I want it on my desk in 10 minutes. God, dear. 80s retro phone, sir. All the rage. And very convenient. What can I do for you, sir?
We've got a problem.
Have we, sir?
I've just come hot foot from an emergency board meeting. Gatehouse is experiencing a crisis in graduate recruitment.
I find that very difficult to believe, sir.
The pig of the crop have eyes only for the media and new technologies.
Lovies and anoraks, sir. Who needs them?
We do, Bob.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know how the system works. I hand a project to you pass it on to Vaughan, he dumps it on the graduate trainee. We go to lunch, the new boy beavers away like buggery, and I take the credit for a job well done.
Sounds entirely reasonable to me, sir.
If the little oik's a numbskull, we're all stuffed.
Reflects badly on everyone, I suppose.
I've given my word to the board that the marketing department will save the day. So, Bob, I'll expect your solutions for recruitment on my desk first thing tomorrow morning.
Leave it with me, sir. I'll hand it over to Vaughan straight away.
Oh, bugger.
Everything all right, sir?
I had garlic snails last night. Ooh, I think I might have a touch of halitosis. Check my breath for me, would you, Bob?
I would, sir, but my nose is broken. Doesn't work. Vaughan, however, has the snout of a beagle. Hang on. Vaughan! Vaughan! Come in. He's on his way, sir. Not long now.
You want to see me, sir?
Looks like you got the all clear to me, sir.
Excellent. Don't forget, Bob, first thing tomorrow morning.
Yes, sir.
The hell was that all about?
Just a bit of corporate bonding.
He's a lunatic.
Just count yourself lucky. It could have been the other end.
I finally found a flat I really like. I'm going to make an offer.
Hey, looks great. I hope you get it.
Fingers crossed.
Maggie, do you mind not interrupting Vaughan? He's got some very important work to do. What are you looking at, anyway?
It's the flat I'm going to buy.
Oh. Hang on, I recognise this place. Isn't that where they held Terry Waite?
Oh, ha ha.
Oh, well, I'm just concerned for you, Maggie. I mean, SE29. Have you any idea what the murder rate is around there?
No.
What's bad, is it?
No, it's actually quite reasonable, Vaughan. It's 30 quid a hit. You see, this is classier. W9.
Yeah, well, I can't afford that one, can I?
Maggie, all you got to do is add a couple of noughts onto your salary when you fill in your mortgage form. This could be yours by the weekend.
No, thank you.
Why make life difficult for yourself? Just tell people what they want to hear. I've built a hugely successful career on that basis. Mind you, you should have seen my CV. It was breathtaking.
You lied on your CV.
Not entirely, Vaughan. No, I spelt my name right.
I slogged my guts out to achieve my qualifications.
Vaughan, we each pick our own path in life. You chose to slave away as an impoverished student, while I shagged my way around the Pacific Basin. Who's to say who's right?
I don't believe this.
Look, I can see you're upset. Let me get your CV sent up from personnel, and I'll treat you to a couple of new O-levels.
You certainly will not.
All right, suit yourself.
Aren't you in the least bit concerned about being found out?
Vaughan, I don't know what your nasty careers officer told you, but there's no such thing as CV police.
So which university did you attend? I mean, I assume it was either Oxford or Cambridge.
Well, it was a difficult decision to make, Maggie, but in the end, I went for Oxford.
Why? Because it was easier to spell?
Yeah, partly that, but also quicker to write.
And I expect you gave yourself a first.
Double first, actually. And I was a rowing blue 3 years on the trot.
How does he sleep at night?
Incredible.
In fact, Maggie, 1989 always reminds me of you.
Why is that?
Bloody awful boat race.
What is the point of honest toil? Eh? I mean, what's the point of anything with you around?
Vaughan, you really don't have time to sit around. You've got some very urgent work to do.
Get that off me! And stick your recruitment initiative.
Hey. Easy. I know what'll cheer you up. I can play with my new car.
Piss off.
We can set light to Maggie's in tray. Attempt a wall of fire.
doing down here in office hours?
Sorry, Vernon, I've got a bit of an emergency on my hands.
Well, Oh, Tina, would you be kind enough to take these papers up to records for me?
Firstly, let me compliment you on those CP83s I had off you last week. They were very Moorish.
Yes, they are rather fine, aren't they? Although I prefer the CP81s myself. They're not so robust, but a lovely long finish. Well, what is it that's so urgent, Bob?
A colleague of mine has hit a real downer. He's got a desk full of work, and I need to give him a pick-me-up, a sort of speed burst.
I see. How far down are we talking?
Well, for his own safety, I've had to confiscate his Radiohead CDs.
Oh, dear.
We desperately need to rekindle his enthusiasm for life.
I see.
But it is essential that he remains fully functional at all times.
Oh. Well, in that case, I think these little fellows are what he needs. CP97s. Of course, we'll never get a license to sell them in this country, but they go down a storm in Latin America.
Oh, well, if they're good enough for our Bolivian friends, they're good enough for me. Does it come in a powdered form?
Yes, I believe it does. Put them back, Bob. Now, tell him to be careful, though. They're powerful little devils.
Oh, don't worry, Vernon. I'll make sure he's strapped down before he takes them. We don't want him getting whiplash now, do we?
Half a sachet will be all he needs.
They do sound good. I look forward to sampling them myself.
Yes, well, I don't think I'll be disappointed, Bob. Let me know how your chum gets along, won't you? You know how I value feedback.
Of course, Vernon, of course. Could you stick it on my tab and I'll settle up at the end of the month?
Yes, I would be grateful, Bob. Your account is running rather high at the moment.
Well, give it a couple of DP37s. Take the edge off it. Cup of tea, Vorney? Lubricate the mind?
No, thank you.
I've already made you one.
All right, then put it on the desk and then leave.
One sugar, right?
It's two, actually.
Oh. Fair enough.
Are you still here?
No. It's getting cold. Drink up.
Yes, I understand it will have to be the full asking price. That's fine. Okay, thank you. Yes.
So, you went for the converted coal hole, did you?
The lower ground floor patio flat. Thank you, yes.
Well, at least you'll never be lonely. You'll be sharing with every form of fungi known to man.
I don't care what you say. I couldn't be happier.
Good. Which is more than I can say for that grumpy sod next door. You know what we need round here, Maggie, is a bouncy castle. Improve employee morale. Yippee!
Sacking you would be the quickest way to improve employee morale.
Alternatively, we could bounce on you, Maggie. Yeah, you could hire yourself out for kiddies' parties. Get yourself a bigger mortgage. Now, that was fast.
Bob, my man! Give me 5, slave boy! Hey!
You feeling all right?
I feel nice, like sugar and spice. So nice, so nice. I need you.
What have you done to him?
Nothing. You okay, mate? You seemed a little bit down.
No. A1, mate. Chipper, keep me the world, mate.
Great. Well, now's probably a great time to start working on those recruitment proposals. Come on.
Excuse me for interrupting.
Wake up, Maggie. I think I got something to say to you.
something to say to you,
It's
Vaughn.
late September and I really...
The marketing director wants the three of us in his office now.
Now?
Apparently, he plans to take our recruitment ideas to the board first thing in the morning.
Oh, shit.
Yep, and I, for one, am not going to keep the MD waiting.
Oh, Maggie, I couldn't have tried anymore.
Vaughn, this is Control Tower. We need you to make an emergency landing. Do you copy?
Oh, nice of you to join us, gentlemen. Do sit down.
Yo.
Sorry to keep you, sir.
So, Bob, what is our game plan for recruitment?
Well, I could do with a little bit more time, sir. You did say we had till tomorrow morning.
Yes, indeed I did, Bob, but I don't want to get caught with my trousers down. If you've got nothing useful to contribute, boy, do shut up. What the bloody hell's got into him?
Can I be frank, sir?
Well, of course.
Last night, after years of constant pleading, Bryony finally agreed to oral sex.
Good God, all this for a blowjob?
I think she must have swallowed as well, sir. Come on, Bonnie. We're all very happy for you. You go have a lie down.
Right, Bob. I want ideas, and I want them now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
Well, what about that idea you had earlier on, Bob?
which particular one was that, Margaret?
Yes, speak up, Margaret. Let's hear it.
Well, sir, we were discussing how established companies such as Gatehouse might seem out of touch with student culture.
Yeah, well, we know that.
Well, yes, and Bob's rather clever suggestion was that a select few of us from marketing should return to our old universities and give a careers lecture to today's creme de la creme.
Yes, I see. The personal touch, as it were. Tell me, which university did you go to, Maggie?
Well, sir, I...
You see, that's where the idea falls down, I'm afraid, sir. I mean, how creamy are the creme de la creme at Smethwick Poly?
Naturally, sir, I wasn't thinking about myself, but the more distinguished amongst us, like Bob, would be perfect.
Yes, I see. Remind me again, Bob, where did you graduate?
Oxford, sir. A double first and rowing blue as well, wasn't it, Bob?
Yes, of course. My golden boy.
Well, it was a long time ago, sir.
Well, I think it's a splendid idea. And we couldn't have a better candidate than you, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
Right. Well, I'll get personnel to set it up immediately. I want to be able to tell the board that we'll be there within the month.
Very good, sir. I'm looking forward to it already.
Excellent work, as always, Bob. Oh, for God's sake, just imagine what he'd be like if she'd stuck a finger up it.
No, sir.
Morning. Bob, did something happen to me yesterday?
Not now, Vaughan. I'm busy.
I feel like my brain's been passed through a blender.
You had some kind of funny turn.
Did I? Can't remember anything about it. Was that really embarrassing?
Excruciating, but I managed to cover for you.
Oh, cheers, man.
I've been gazumped.
Gazumped? No.
Can't believe it.
If you ask me, he's done you a huge favour, Maggie.
Yeah, well, nobody was asking you. I'm going to go increase my offer.
Maggie, do you think that's wise?
Of course it's not. That cupboard wasn't worth the asking price, let alone another $5.5 grand.
It was not a cupboard. And how did you know it was another $5.5 grand?
Just a lucky guess.
Ah, it's you, isn't it? You're the gazumper.
I am not the gazumper.
Is he the gazumper?
I am not the gazumper.
He's the gazumper.
You are the gazumper!
All right, I am the gazumper. But I was acting out of genuine concern for Maggie, Vaughan.
You interfering bastard.
Well, that and revenge.
Why do you always have to meddle in other people's affairs?
Oh, that's rich, that is. Because of you, I've got to go all the way up to Oxford and make a twat of myself in front of a bunch of smart-ass
Afternoon, team.
Afternoon, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
No luck last night, son?
I fear it was Bryony's turn.
Hmm?
Like the smile off his face.
I bring good news, Bob.
Oh, yes, sir.
I've just had personnel on the phone. Apparently another .com dickhead has imploded up his own backside.
W. Anchors, the lot of them, sir.
So Oxford suddenly have a recruitment slot available for end of play tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yes.
I can't believe the cruelty of this, sir. My voice has been coming and going for the last couple of days.
Don't bugger about, Bob. I've already given my assurance to the board. You will give that talk, even if I have to ram my fist down your throat and squeeze the life back into your larynx myself.
Oh, seems to have done the job, sir.
Yes, of course it has. Probably just nerves. You'll be fine when you get back on your old stomping ground.
Yes, sir.
Truth to tell, I missed out on a university education. I had my place all lined up at Edinburgh. Took my gap sabbatical to travel the world and spent the best part of 4.5 years in a Singapore jail. That was quite an education, I can tell you.
You experienced the University of Real Life, sir.
I experienced a bloody sight more than that, Bob.
I'm sure you did, sir.
But how I envy you. You must have rogered some of the finest minds in the land.
Oh, yes, sir. There's nothing hornier than a girl talking dirty to you in Latin, sir.
Vene, vide, vene, what?
Well, if you'll excuse me now, sir, I have a lecture to give tomorrow, and I really ought to be getting on with my prep.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, I won't patronize you by offering to help with your speech. I know that you Oxbridge men are renowned for your flair with words.
Bollocks. Maggie, what are you doing?
Just playing with the sleigh-mobile.
How dare you give me
Don't
that?
come any closer or the little clown gets you.
Cool. Put the controls on the floor. Step away, and no one's gonna get hurt.
No, I'm having way too much fun.
Maggie! I'll do anything. Anything you want.
Really? No, can't think of anything.
Try harder!
Well, there is one thing.
Okay.
I would love to see the sleigh-mobile fly out of the window. Bye-bye. I hope you're a member of the AA, Bob.
Just breathe in that centuries-old tradition.
Yes, it's that stench of learning, isn't it, sir? It really unblocks the pipes.
One of England's finest. Do you remember what it was like the first time you walked these hallowed halls, Bob?
Oh, yes, sir. Almost as if it was yesterday.
Or even today.
The great and the good have passed through here, Bob.
And now it's the turn of the Blonker.
Mr. Slay,
Yes, miss?
Jean Powell, Careers Liaison Administrator.
Gino.
Yes, hello.
Oh, how rude of me. This is Terence Bentley, our Director of Marketing.
Hello. Well, you're a little early. We're not due in the Great Hall until 6.
Well, while Maggie and Vaughan set up shop, I was rather hoping that Bob here would give you the grand tour.
Grand tour, sir.
That's fine, but please make sure we have a prompt start this evening. Our students have a lot of studying to do at this time of the year.
Well, of course. But it can't be often that they get to hear from such a distinguished old boy as Bob.
Right. Is there anything else you need before you go?
How about a map?
Yes, Jean, perhaps you could just remind me again how to get to the big bit with the classroomy places.
Do you mean the lecture theatre?
The lecture theatres, yeah. Things have changed so much since I was here, sir.
I think you'll find it stayed pretty much the same since 1743.
It has actually changed quite a bit.
yes.
Oh, Mr. Robinson Smythe, do you have a moment?
Yes, Miss Pound.
Mr. Slay is giving the Gatehouse recruitment seminar this evening. He is a distinguished old boy of this college, but apparently needs someone to refresh his memory as to the whereabouts of our facilities.
Of course. Lucian Robinson Smythe. Where is it exactly you're looking for?
Why don't we go for a tapas tour? A little bit of everything.
So, what did you read when you were up?
Up where?
At Oxford. What did you read when you were here?
Well, I don't know, do I? I can't remember what I read on holiday last month, let alone 10 years ago.
I meant, what did you study?
Study? Everything, really. All the subjects. You?
PPE.
No, I didn't bother with that.
So what exactly did you bother with?
Well, you know, science, games, singing, mathematics.
Now you were an Oxford Rogue Blue, weren't you, Bob? And where can we expect to find you in this splendid roll call of honor?
I believe that's me, just there, sir. There's actually a nicer picture of me just up there.
Oh, really?
Doesn't look much like you. This chap has blonde hair.
Does he? Happy now?
And his name is Denton.
Where are you in this photo, Bob?
Just behind the oar, sir.
Oh, there's Professor Harris, the Dean. Of course, you'll remember him.
Professor Harris. Remember me? Slay B.
I fear...
Also known as Denton, sir?
Oh, that does ring a bell.
Yes, apparently he was blonde and quite a bit taller in those days, sir.
When did you say you were up?
88 to 91, sir. You labelled them the vintage years.
And how right you were. Your alumnus here has turned into one of the finest marketing brains in the whole of personal hygiene.
Something of a first, I imagine, for a student of ancient Sanskrit. Excuse me, gentlemen, I do have a lecture to attend to.
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing man seeks more keenly than knowledge, eh, Prof?
Indeed.
Apart from pussy, of course. Come on, Bob. We don't want to be late, do we?
Do you know what I think, Mr. Slay? I think you've never set foot in this college before in your life. I think you're an imposter.
Bob, excellent news. Jean here says that we have a very healthy turnout.
Around 50 to 60, I would guess. I warn you, they can be rather probing.
Well, no worries there, Jean. He speaks their lingo, don't you, Bob? Would you excuse us for a moment, Jean? Rather you than me, Bob. They do seem to be a rather humorless bunch.
They do, don't they, sir? You see, I'm thinking, are they really the sort of people we want at Gatehouse? Maybe we should just pack up.
They most certainly are. You will personally have signed up a dozen of these boffs before the end of the evening, or you needn't bother to turn up for work tomorrow. Go get 'em, Bob.
Hey, look, are you starting soon?
Back off, book breath. I'll start when I'm good and ready, all right, mate? These bastards are really beginning to wind me up. I think they're on to me.
Are you serving that punch?
In a minute! Twat! They're swarming like wasps, Vaughan. They're everywhere. I hate wasps. I'm going to get rumbled.
You do something useful, like look at your nose. Yeah?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to serve the punch. Hopefully that'll loosen them up a bit.
Not as much as this will, mate.
What's that?
Insecticide. Cover me.
What the hell are you doing?
There's only one thing that students love more than their mummies, Vaughan. And that's drugs.
Drugs?
Now, make sure they all get one. I think our friend Lucian could do with a double.
I'm not drugging anybody.
Just shut up and serve. Free booze! Get your free booze! You're starting in a minute.
Well, that was quite an evening, Bob.
It was rather fun, wasn't it, sir?
Every man jack of them sign up on the dotted line.
And the board, they're happy, are they, sir?
Oh, ecstatic. Students, though, they're just like sheep. I mean, when word of our triumph in Oxford got out, they all wanted in. We've been deluged with applications from Exeter to Inverness. Not that we're bothered with either of those, of course.
Well, I should hope not. And old Gino, she loosened up a little bit.
She certainly did, Bob. I couldn't have taken 3 years of that, I can tell you. I was a lot safer in that Singapore jail. Well done, team.
Thank you, sir. I couldn't have done it without these guys.
Good. Carry on.
Well, that went fairly well, I thought.
You are totally amoral.
Oh, thank you, Vaughan.
You're a disgrace. They should lock you up and throw away the key.
That reminds me, Maggie, I've come up with the perfect solution to your housing problems.
Oh, yeah? What's that, then?
Take one of these every night when you finish work, and you'll be happy living in a skip.